By the end of this presentation, you'll be able to dispel popular myths about older adults in the workplace, understand how older adults contribute positively to the workplace, and be able to identify ways to make your workplace more age-friendly.
There are numerous myths about older adults, including older workers have poor work performance, older workers are less motivated, older workers are less willing to participate in training, older workers are resistant to change, older workers are less healthy and cost employers more, and older workers have more trouble balancing work and family. A research study from Thomas and Daniel Feldman discussed all the myths using empirical evidence to prove them wrong.
Our first myth is the myth of older workers having poor work performance. Older adults are seen to have poor performance due to these preconceived attitudes from younger adults that believe them to be self-centered, prejudiced, demanding, and annoying, which would negatively affect performance with bad communication skills in addition to that. But these behaviors wouldn't simply just correspond with age, as younger adults could easily possess the same attitudes and qualities.
The idea that older workers are less motivated is a common stereotype that originated from older workers being seen as detaching themselves from deep investments in the job. Empirical evidence has shown older workers put more energy into preserving losses of resources than younger adults, and striving to prevent losses is frequently observed across the lifespan and is often effective in helping older adults deal with physiological and psychological effects of aging.
Older adult workers are believed to be less concerned with achievement. Therefore, it creates the stereotype that older adult workers are less willing to participate in training. Older adult workers are not recommended as frequently than younger workers for additional training because of the belief that older workers have less capacity to learn new material. The beliefs with this stereotype can keep them from advancing in their career. Another common stereotype is that older adult workers are unwilling to adjust their behavior and work to the needs of the organization and are less accepting of technology compared to younger adult workers. This stereotype can result in labor discrimination in both development opportunities and organizational changes.
Older adults are commonly seen as despondent, sad, miserable, and to have questionable mental health from younger employees, which also does not only correspond with old age, as younger adults can simply display the same attitudes as well.
In regards to discrimination and health costs of older adults in the workplace, this chart from the CDC shows that a 45-year-old worker with a medium health risk has higher annual medical costs than a 65-year-old worker with a low health risk. This is evidence that medical costs for employers are not always associated with age. This stereotype reflects the common belief that older adult workers are more family-oriented than younger workers are. Older adults are looked at to be more involved in the community and leisure activities such as their hobbies. Although this may be true, these points do not correlate to this myth. According to an article by Ng and Feldman, their research by looking at the relationship of age to family-work conflict, they found that older adult workers do not experience greater trouble in work-life balance. With these myths, older adults face barriers that hinder their employment prospects. This list shows a few examples. Decreased training participation is a result of perceptions of both employers and employees that there is already a greater level of knowledge or lack of interest. Older adult workers may also feel little support from management to participate in these training opportunities. Increased discrimination is also a barrier. Employers may feel nervous about hiring or promoting an older adult because of benefit cost and their salary. Inflexible work hours can prevent older adult employees to care for aging family members or trying to transition out of the workplace. And lastly, health risks are a barrier that older adult employees face. Some may experience a decline in overall health and can result in workplace limitations and discourage the employee and the employer. To prevent or decrease promoting, training, and moving older workers into higher positions can help get rid of the decreased training participation and increased discrimination. You can promote training by making the program more comfortable and appealing to older adult workers. Moving older workers into positions that allow them to mentor and train young workers is often an asset to the organization. This allows the employer to retain the experience and knowledge of the older worker, enabling the employee to continue contributing to the workplace. The last 2 points help the rest of the barriers of no accommodations and health risks. Preventative services can be offered through health benefits and may even help be cost-effective in long-term care. Safe and well-designed workplaces and modifications can reduce the risk of injuries at work. Examples of modifications in the workplace can be more rest breaks, adjustable seating, flexible work hours, and self-paced work. With all these preventatives, it can create a more positive environment for all employees.
Some reasons why companies should promote older adults are they have more experience, better mentoring skills, emotional control, they're very reliable, and it's the law. When I say more experience, it's not just years of doing a specific job. It also includes the skills that are needed to deal with different types of employees that older adults are more likely to have dealt with in their years of working. This experience from working transitions to mentoring skills, with older adults knowing the unwritten rules of the job and extra pieces of knowledge that can make work easier, which is important for employees who are in higher ranking positions. Studies have also shown that older adults have better emotional control compared to younger adults, which is be another reason to promote them. This is because higher ranking positions you may have to deal with more problems and conflict, which is going to be beneficial to be level-headed in those type of situations. According to the AARP, older workers are essential, and they often receive high marks for being loyal, productive, and reliable. It is also against the law to discriminate against employees based on age, thanks to the Age Discrimination Act of 1967. Also, further analysis indicate that older adults have higher consistency is due to learned strategies to solve the task, a constantly high motivation level, as well as a balanced daily routine and stable mood. Here are the resources we use for the information found in the PowerPoint.